Hey Greg, I'm Brandon. I'm the guy that just gave you a phone call a little bit ago, and here's that video that I was telling you I'd make for you. Um, like I said, man, I've got sort of a proposal for you. I think you and I could make a lot of money together. So I kind of want to show you what I do, um, and then just see if it's a good fit for us, just to let you know a little bit about who I am. I'm from Colorado. My wife and I, we've got a little girl. She's a year and a half old. We lived in Arizona for the past 3 years. I'm a retired professional soccer player. I just played my last season in Canada this summer, and then we moved here to the Marietta area. My wife's always wanted to live in Georgia, and her sister lives up in Holly Springs. So, um, with what I do for work here from my computer, it's kind of we can be anywhere. So, I thought we'd try it out. But I came across you today, and because I've been looking for a carpet cleaner. Because, dude, I'm going to show you why I can make your phone ring like crazy and get you way more business. Okay, so let me kind of get into it here, all right? So here's your website, right? Looks good. Um, could be better. Obviously, there's little things that go into stuff, but what I do is this, okay? I get websites to the top of Google. And what I like to do is build the website myself and then rank it. I've just found it to be easier that way. But here's what I want to show you. I want to show you where you're at and where the competition is at and how much business they're getting and how much you're missing and why this is super important in this day and age and how I can do it for you. And it would be awesome. So carpet cleaning Marietta, GA. That term alone gets 320 searches a month. Okay, this is a little tool I have here. Now, that's just one term. So once you add in carpet cleaning Marietta, Marietta carpet cleaners, you've got hundreds and hundreds, maybe up to 1,000 searches a month for people needing their carpet cleaned around here. Okay, so if we look at what we see here, okay, this is the number one search term. What are most people doing? 97% of people never leave the first page of Google. Almost everybody picks somebody right here at the top. If you think about what you do when you search for anything, you probably do the same exact thing. All of us do. Google is like the yellow pages used to be. Okay, this is what I always tell everybody. People used to name their business like A1 carpet cleaning because when people would flip to the carpet cleaners section of the yellow pages, they wanted to be listed at the very top because they knew that most of the people's eyeballs were going right there and they were going to pick somebody near the top probably. So today Google is like the yellow pages, except there's other things like reviews that are really important. But it's massively important to be at the top because nobody's going to go, oh, I need a carpet cleaner in Marietta. Let me search it. And then let me just check out who's on page 4, 5, 6, 7, right? It's pointless. So here's where you are. You're actually in the number 43 spot. Okay, so you're on page 5. But the reason I'm looking for a carpet cleaner is because this is super low competition here, okay? And here's how I know. It's high competition when the 3 in the maps are like the top 3 organically, okay? So if we look here, we've got Citrus Solution, we've got Benedict, and we've got carpetcleaningmarietta.ga.com is their website. So if I look on page 1, the only one of them that I see is Citrus Solution, okay? The other ones are off the page. And so what I did then is I took this website and I plugged it into a tool here called Majestic to kind of take a back end look at them. And I can see they're super weak sauce and their backlinks, they've got a few, but they're not great, okay? A backlink, so Google has like 200 factors in its algorithm for determining how something ranks. And one of those is backlinks. It's arguably the most important one. Basically what a backlink is, it's a link to your site from a different website online. So here, these websites are linking to Citrus Solution Web or Citrus Solution West Cobb, okay? So there, somewhere on this page, there's a link that would take me to the Citrus Solution website. And the way Google sees that is like a little vote for Citrus Solution. And the more trustworthy and authoritative and powerful that site is that's sending the link to Citrus Solution, the more kind of power that link has, right? If this is a super trustworthy site in Google's eyes that is basically voting for citrus solution, then it's going to tell Google, hey, these guys deserve to be higher up the search engine rankings because, you know, if lots of people all over the place are talking about them, then they probably deserve to be on top. So basically, once I build the site and optimize it, what I do to rank it is I work on getting these backlinks every day, and you just keep working it, and eventually you're going to hit the top. And I found that normally it takes me about 90 days. Sometimes it's a little sooner, sometimes it's a little bit longer, but with this one, honestly, I think it could be a bit quicker than that because it's such low competition. But so let me show you here, okay? This is another tool I've got called SEMrush. So I put Citrus Solution in there, and I can see they get about 300 visitors every month to their website, okay? Simply from being on the top there. Now here's you guys, and you've got 0. And that's simply because you're on page 5. Nobody's going there to find a carpet cleaner. Okay, these guys, 302 visitors a month. I mean, what would that do for your business if you had 300 more people every month visiting your website and then calling you because they need their carpets clean? Not all of them are going to call you, of course, but if half of them did, or if 100 of them did, what's 100 jobs a month pay you? I'm sure it's pretty good, right? So I want to show you now some examples of some other sites. Oh, let me show you this real quick. So I went and did a search for carpet cleaning Tyler, Texas, because it's like a town that's around the same population. And I wanted to find someone where their site is at the top of the organic listings and put them into SEMrush. Just to show you, like 141 visitors, and almost all of them are coming from people searching carpet cleaning Tyler, Texas, or variations of that, you know. So I don't know where I was going there, but let me get back on track here. So what I want to show you are some other sites of mine, okay? So I've got a couple towing sites. So one of them is in Scottsdale, Arizona. Say you search towing Scottsdale Easy. Boom, that's me. That's me. #1 organic, #1 in maps. So I've got a guy named Dean who I did this for. He, like 450 calls last month, okay? Here's one in Mobile, Alabama I've got. So this is my call sort of tracker thing, and it shows me all the calls that are coming in and how many they're recorded, all that stuff. So this is my site. Let me go back. Let me go here. Towing Mobile AL. Right there. Mobile towing service. Okay? Look at this. 14 calls, 30 calls, 22 calls, 9, 11, 5, 10, 15, 21. So this just gets tons of calls, like 350 to 400 a month. Here's my Scottsdale one. This website's always slow. It takes a second to load here, but look at that, dude. Just blowing them up with phone calls. And I'm actually building out a second site for them right now in a neighboring city. So let's search like towing company Mesa AZ. So Mesa is a city that is just south of Scottsdale. But basically Dean, my towing guy there, he wants to basically double what we've already done. So I built out this site, and right now it sits at #5, but I'm working on, this is about 90 days ago maybe a little less, but I'm working on just pushing that to the top and then pushing it into the maps, and it's going to get tons of calls, man, and we're going to just make more money together. So another thing, let me show you another one. So tree removal, Surprise AZ. This is the city we used to live in, Surprise. This is actually the very first site I built out. Tree service Surprise. Okay? This thing gets right around 100 calls a month, and the guy makes anywhere, like this last month he made about $7,000 off of it. But here's the site. It's nothing like amazingly beautiful or anything. It's cool, but in terms of what it has, dude, it has all the different keyword terms, you know, tree removal, palm tree trimming, cactus removal, stump grinding and removal. And it's got lots of original content that's unique. It keeps the reader engaged, and it's got all the different variations of keywords kind of worked in there naturally, right? So local tree service company, surprise tree specialists, tree doctors, tree service company in Surprise, stump removal service in Surprise. It's just got all those variations kind of worked in naturally to the content. I try to make it funny so that if someone actually does take the time to read it, they enjoy it and they actually want to call you. I've had people tell this guy the only reason they called him, well, not the only reason, but one of the reasons they called was because they just loved the way that he wrote on the website, which was me. But it's just, it's interesting, It's not just some bland little boring website. But anyway, let me check that one out in here. So tree service surprise in my call thing. It's different than towing, but see, this gets, it's getting calls most days. And those are for bigger jobs. Those are for tree removal. So he makes some decent money off of it. But yeah, man, carpet cleaning Marietta is just kind of wide open, and I'm looking for somebody that this makes sense to, and maybe we can sit down and meet for coffee. But dude, if you're in the kind of market to get more business and kill it in the carpet cleaning market, I can help you big time. And I mean, there's really no limit. Like, say we did this Marietta thing and you loved it and you wanted to double down and do Kennesaw or Alpharetta or whatever, no problem, man. We can get that done and make you lots of money. I know you probably, I don't know, maybe you've had calls from people like this before. That's kind of who I fight against. This stuff is called SEO, search engine optimization. There's a lot of like scammy, weird dudes out there that do it, a lot from India. They'll charge you, like, they charge super cheap rates, but then they do nothing to rank your website, and they just bank on that. You'll stick around and pay them $100 a month forever. I don't work that way. The way I do it is, if we're going to go into this together, give me a fee up front so that I can build out and rank the site. It basically covers all of that, so I really don't make any money on my time. And then once calls start coming in, we just work out a percentage that's pretty fair for both of us. So you give me, basically, the more calls I can get you, the more I can make your phone ring, and the more jobs you close, the more money I make in return as well. So both of us win. It's a win-win for everybody. But yeah, man, I'll email this over to you, and I'll put my contact info in there and all that. And just give me a shout once you watch it, and if you have any questions or anything like that, okay? All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it, and I'll send it over. Thanks.